Good evening, Muskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing all right. So, I've been here sitting in my chair. It's a fair bit late, but I'm reaching the end point. And basically, having spoken with my chat a reasonable amount so far, I realise I might need to go ahead and do a video talking about the state of the Legacy Kevlar set. Because, of course, with the most recent Rust store, you might have noticed, was Legacy Kevlar. We didn't get an instant continuation, did we? But there's a very good reason for it. So let's just talk through all of this, and we'll basically, kind of explain how things are likely going to turn out for this set. So sit back and relax. Let's jump in. So first of all, what went wrong? Well, I mean, it's not too hard to understand. Right now, of course, we're having the likes of Trust and Rust take place. This year, they're supporting cancer research. So as of Saturday, well, at least in a few hours' time, as you can see here, there is going to be an event kicking off on Twitch where many content creators and many teams are going to be fighting each other, all in an effort to raise money. And during this whole event, we're going to have a whole bunch of Twitch drops being given away. Wow! So make sure you get involved with the likes of that, but this isn't what we're here to talk about. I just wanted to point out that with this event taking place, they had some very special skins being produced that are very pricey to a point, but it's all for a good cause. Again, all proceeds from these skins will go towards helping out the likes of the cancer research. So, if it's all for charity, Facepunch probably thought to themselves, well, it probably would be a bit rude if they added very in-demand skins with the charity skins, if that makes sense. They want to make sure that these skins get a lot of attention, they sell well, and they raise a lot of money, all in the effort to help out, cancer research. So it doesn't take too hard. It's not too hard to kind of comprehend that maybe they thought, all right, maybe we can just leave, Legacy Kevlar and boots for at least a week. We'll just pick out some fairly tame skins, let these skins sell very nicely, get all the attention, because if they released Legacy Kevlar Boots and Gloves with this batch, that would probably take up all the attention and probably take up most of people's funds, and that means these probably wouldn't have sold that much. So it's not too hard to kind of figure that out. So all you have to do is just be a little bit patient. Don't sit there and say, oh no, it's ruined, we did get boots and gloves. No, just wait one more week. Oh no, we didn't get our boots and gloves instantly accepted as an early pick. Woe is me. But listen, the most likely outcome is it's going to appear next week, all right? So don't worry about that too much. Just chill out, relax. We'll see what happens next week. And, very likely we will see them appear then. Okay, cool, understood? But the problem is, people have already panicked, and I've noticed this already, because I've been looking on the Steam market with my stream right now, or earlier at the very least, and we've noticed that there have been quite a lot more listings. I'm going to go through all of them right now and just kind of help you understand that there is no need to panic, there is no need to worry, and with the expectation of these appearing next week, we will still see the spike in demand and spike in price when new, interesting clothing and armour pieces are added. So shall we jump in? Now, before we properly go through the likes of all of these skins, you'll probably think, oh, Hedge is now going to show off SCMM.app. Unfortunately, it's not working right about now. Now, this is expected to be fixed later in the day for Saturday, January 13. So if you're watching this earlier on and it's still like this, wait a bit longer. The man behind the website, Mr. Bipolar Penguin, is going to fix it, he said, but it's going to take some time. So I can't show this off, but don't worry, I've basically memorized all the sales because I've been talking about it non-stop for about 2 weeks. So let's jump in. This, by default, is what an average person, when they go into the Steam market, that's what they see by default. And what you might instantly notice is that this Legacy Kevlar face mask has 264 quantity on the Steam market. On average, every Rust skin on the Steam market has about 100. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are aware of that. So to see 264 quantity, that's a bit alarming. But when you have a Google extension like Steam Inventory Helper, you can see more listings. And with great thanks to that, I can actually see the proper story behind this, and I can help you out in showcasing that you don't really need to worry about this too much. So let's go ahead. With a simple click. When you look at all of these listings now, you might notice there's no big fat quantity walls, there's no resistance, it's all just nice and spread out and very thin. 1 1 2 5 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 3 5 5 1 1 1 1 1. Nothing there. There's nothing there. There is nothing there. So like I said, literally just a little bit earlier, when we potentially see the likes of these boots and gloves being accepted, the expected outcome is that loads of people are going to jump in and buy out all the pre-existing skins like we normally would. And if it's all thin like that, all the better for it to rise up in price, because there's only so much of it. And with great ease, we could go above $7, $8. The funny thing is that loads of people fail to realise that the vast majority of the listings are actually listed above $9, almost double the price it's listed at. So, yeah, this is mainly due to the fact that people have panicked, assuming that, oh no, we didn't get instant gratification, we didn't get the instant continuation in the next rust store. Well, unfortunately, this is a great showing of there's a harsh lesson you have to be aware of. There are other people out there, and they tend to be pretty stupid. Now, I'm sorry to say that, but they seem to be lesser informed, they jump to conclusions, they panic, and they unload their stock too early. I am sitting here very confidently, assuming that we will be seeing the likes of those boots and gloves being accepted next week. And just to show you my current position, if I hop over to here, I recently exhausted this account. It's spent quite a lot of money, and I'll show that off in a second. But basically, as you can see, literally just about yesterday, I completely maxed it out. The absolute maximum money I can have in my accounts, based on my currency, pounds, is £1,700. Now, because of that, times 10, I can do up to £17,000 worth of total buy orders. You know, with all my buy orders added up, that's what I'm allowed to have up to. So with the final buy order that I had, I completely exhausted it. I can no longer sell anything on it. I can no longer do any more buy orders on it. And, well, I then proceed to go ahead and buy some Legacy Kevlar Hoodie Pants. Now, I will still have all of those buy orders because individually I can still afford to pay off all of them. But you can understand now that because I basically did the absolute maximum possible amount of buy orders, it's fine to just leave it. So doing that purchase, I wasn't too worried. I wasn't too fussed. But as I go over to my account over here, so another day later, I've magically spent like $800. Guess what happened? And look, there's another one right there. Yeah, people have been selling to me because I was actually one of the people that had a higher buy order on the likes of Legacy Kevlar Hoodie and Pants. Now, am I panicking? Not really. Not really. No, because as I said, I'm still confident we're going to see the boots and gloves next week. All right? But all of these other people, they're thinking, oh no, we didn't get the boots and gloves instantly. I best unload my stock now. Well, they're stupid. I'm sorry to say. Because, well, you know, why panic now? Why jump in the pool and sink? And why are other people looking at them and panicking and jumping in the pool as well? Don't jump in and sink with them. Let them sink by themselves. Grab their cheap listings if you can. Because, as I said, the most likely outcome is that's coming next week. And based on what I've explained with this, it's not too hard to understand why it was omitted from being accepted instantly. Because, of course, Facepunch wants to put a good effort in to raise some funds. So, in short, overall, it don't look that bad. So, as you can see here, when we look at the likes of the Legacy Kevlar Hoodie and Pants here, you will notice that it has buy orders going all the way and above $2. This sold for $1.99 in Rust Store literally just last week with the pants. But both of them have buy orders that went above $2. Now, for certain people in certain countries, when they go to buy a skin on the Rust Store, they also have to pay an extra bit of tax. But on the Steam market, that doesn't apply. So they're more than willing to offer a little bit more money. Now, when we did our abnormal buy orders on both of them, the buy orders actually went up to about $2.20, $2.25. Some of those buy orders have since disappeared because people have unloaded onto them. This doesn't look like it's going below $2 anytime soon. And when you actually properly look at it, it's all spread out again. You got 10 there, 194. There you go, instantly. The vast majority of the skins here, they're above $4. So why are people panicking? Because they don't know any better. And why are you jumping in with them? Leave them to sink, all right? Oh no, no. Because they're going to hate themselves next week when they see the likes of this appearing, and then they see the likes of all of this going up in demand and up in price, all right? Be patient, be calm, and be more aware. Go look for some extensions that let you see more listings so you can be more aware of the situation so you can stop yourself from panicking instantly. All right? I'm trying my best to help you out. I don't want to sound mean, but you can clearly see here that there isn't really anything to worry about. Just because some few people went and, instantly ran over to try and sell these as soon as they could doesn't mean you have to. All right? And as you can see, basically the pants are pretty much the exact same thing. You do have like a 36 there. Don't worry. If the boots and gloves appear, that's just going to get completely engulfed and eaten away. And then suddenly it's probably pushing up to $3, maybe even $4. Well, there you go. Vast majority of the stock above $4. It's so simple. But yeah, a lot of people are just ignorant. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They just don't know enough. They don't understand the full picture. So that's why I put these videos out. Try my best to help you out. Stay calm, chill out, relax. So yeah, we could also quickly go back to likes of the chest plate. I didn't show this off. But yeah, when the hoodie and the pants are accepted, we know fully well that the spike in demand was crazy. Look at the history. Look what's happened ever since we've seen a new piece of the collection being accepted. La 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 la. Oh look, the kilt's just come out. Doubled in price. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh look, the hoodie and pants came out, doubled in price. It's been doing very well. So I wonder what's going to happen when those boots and gloves come out. There you go. So look at the current state of it. You might think, oh, 130. Oh no, oh god. But then you look at the listings, and then 1111111553111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111being accepted. So do you feel a lot more calmer now? Sorry. But yeah, you get the idea. So overall, if things line up perfectly, we should be happy. We should be in the clear. Now, I should talk about the likes of the kilt, because the kilt has 600 plus quantity. This is in a bit of an awkward patch, and it's very strange. So let me just quickly confirm all the sales for each of these skins. So this face mask, bare minimum 65,000 plus sales. Chest plate, bare minimum 56,000 plus sales. Both the hoodie and the pants, bare minimum over 50,000 sales. But the kilt only has about 30,000 bare minimum sales. This has a lot less sales compared to all of the others. Therefore, there's a lot less of these in circulation. How has it got to this point where it's got the most quantity on the Steam market? I don't know. But it's definitely mainly due to the people who are panicking. And unfortunately, the people who also see this and panic as well. Don't sync with them. Just let them sync by themselves. Pick up their cheap listings. And when we see those new skins appear, this is going to rise up quite nicely. But with the listings, as you can see, you've got a 26 there, you've got a 10 there, you've got a 19 there, you've got a 17 there, a 12 there, a 57. Not doing it any favours. But as time goes on, so as long as this full set remains interested into, like if people do appreciate it, and let's just get a good look at a video showcasing all of it. If I could just quickly grab that right now. I should have had it prepared. My apologies. Here we are. Right. Get a good look at this. I set this up earlier. So as long as the likes of the Blackout collection remains being very pricey, for example, I know for a fact that the hoodie and pants from the Blackout collection, both of them together cost $45. The price of the Legacy Kevlar hoodie and pants, $4. Well, $4.50. I can't help but feel like a lot of people will look at this and say this is probably the next best go-to budget Blackout option. And with the current prices, for sure. So, will this set be appreciated as time goes on? I do hope so, but I do expect so as well. I can't help but feel like, alright, maybe you don't like the chest plate, or maybe you don't like the hoodie and pants, but you know what? People just mix and match. And at the end of the day, it's a perfectly fine looking set. And goodbye. Can't see them at all now. It's night time. So back over to here. You do have to take into consideration what happens if the boots and gloves don't get accepted. Even then, I still think it's going to do all right. It's just because it's only literally just come out, loads of people bought it. Loads of people are expecting they could just instantly sell it to get some quick profit. Well, let them get their quick profit, all right? As time goes on, it's expected to rise up in price ever so nicely, ever so graciously. And because the kilt sold a lot less in comparison to all the other skins, this is expected to become the most expensive piece out of the full set. It's going to take time, but it will eventually happen. That's the expected outcome, and it's happened in other sets before, especially the likes of Forest Raiders, for example. Now, the difference between the amount of sales the kilt did compared to the rest of the Tier 3 and the hoodie and pants wasn't much, but it made enough of a difference to the point where the Forest Raiders kilt selling for, what, $56 now? The highest selling piece out of that full set, and that full set isn't cheap, is it? So yeah, will this all potentially disappear if those boots and gloves were accepted? Kind of wouldn't be surprised. And, we saw what happened when the hoodie and pants were accepted last week. Whoosh! Now, let me just confirm to you, we had about like 800 sales when those Hoodie Pants came out. So if we had another 800 sales about now, what do you reckon might happen with all of this? Again, once we're past those fatter chunks, it's going to breeze through and potentially go all the way back up above $7. And then you have 300 quantity here above $7.50. So the main point is, don't panic based on what you can just straight up see at first glance, which would be something like this. There you go. No need to panic simply by what you see. Get extensions to help you out. So as I said, if we do see the likes of the Hoodie Pants here, the blackout Hoodie Pants, remaining to be fairly pricey, the future for the Legacy Kevlar should be all right. Now, I kind of would just want to point this out real quickly. Funnily enough, the Legacy Kevlar face mask and chest plate are already more expensive compared to the blackout Hoodie tier 3. Maybe people will be mixing and matching. Maybe they already are mixing and matching. I can't fully tell how these are likely going to end up at. It's very weird because, of course, you know, with them being the first pieces, they sold the most as well. But they've had the opportunity to react to all the other skins that have come out afterwards. As I showcased off with the chest plate, with the likes of the kilt appearing, spikes in demand. With the likes of the Hoodie Pants appearing, spikes in demand. It got that benefit. But all these other skins should also get the benefit when the potential boots and gloves appear. Now, again, you might going to sit there and say, but Hedge, with all this quantity, are you sure? Yes. Yes, I am. Now, quite a long time ago, we had Whiteout collection come out, didn't we? And that came out during early 2021. And during that era, which I refer to as offline TV era, that was when Rust was the most popular game on Twitch. If you don't fully know, towards the very end of 2020, rolling into early 2021, there was a group called Offline TV. They are a big streaming group, and they decided to set up their own Rust server. And they're playing on it, they're enjoying themselves, and other streamers noticed, and other streamers wanted to join in, and then gradually it got to the point where every big streamer on Twitch were playing on the same server. And, well, Facepunch got involved, and they started to build out very special servers for them, and they started to do a whole bunch of Twitch drops. Yes, this is where streamer Twitch drops basically got started. And, well, during that period of time, we saw a ridiculous amount of people playing the game, which I can prove to you real quickly over to here. Early 2021, please. Yep. Do you see the massive change from December 2020 to January 2021? All there. Cool. Point I'm trying to get across is loads of people playing, loads of people bought Whiteout collection. Both the Whiteout Hoodie Pants have about 80,000 bare minimum sales, but this is how it played out ever since it came out. So initially it did all right because it was one of the first pieces to appear, and it spiked in demand when the other core pieces appeared, such as tier 3 and of course tier 2. But gradually as time went on, it did dip down during the bad times. But when we went through good times, it rose back up. So with so much quantity, on the Steam market, it, rebounded up and down, depending when it was a good time or a bad time. But gradually, it did reach to a much higher price. And very recently, with post-Christmas, this sold almost at $12, reaching its newest all-time high price. So my answer to you, in regards to what could happen eventually with this set, is it will eventually get there. Now, will it eventually reach up to the same prices as Blackout? I don't think so. But considering you most likely bought these for $2.49, it's certainly going to be a very nice profit eventually. And my expectation will still be that the Legacy Kevlar Kilt will eventually become the most expensive piece, because there's a lot less of these, and well, you only got one leg armor, so not too hard to comprehend, I'm saying. So yeah, that's basically it. Do you feel a lot more calmer now? Do you feel a lot more relaxed? So yes, it was omitted from being in this Rust store, but for a very good reason. And I won't be surprised in the slightest. Once again, I must have said that about 5 times. We will see these potentially next week or the week after that. The amount of sales that it's expected to get would be ridiculous. And then, well, why would Facepunch not want that? Bit odd, but yeah, so that's basically it. That was another Hedge ramble, but hopefully all helpful at the very least. Within good reason. But yeah, I do ask you once more, based on what we have here, do you actually like the set? Do you know if other people like the set? Do you think it's going to stay in people's minds wanting to wear something like this? I've had some people saying, it's got a bit of a sheen to it. I'll be honest with you, from a long distance, I don't think that's going to really make that much of a difference. Like, Is that shiny to you? I don't really think so. And again, from a distance, is that even going to be noticeable? And I'm using that with a Ninja AK-47 there, if you're wondering. It really does look like I'm about to burgle a place, doesn't it? I'm going to go into your house and steal all your stuff. But yeah, I mean, I could imagine people will like the fit. And yeah, so feel free to comment below your thoughts. Now, my expectation is Legacy Kevlar very likely will dip, like most skins, during the March-April period of time, springtime. But as we roll into the summertime, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it just boosts in demand, boosts in price, and it graciously rises up in price a whole lot more in the future. So there are a lot of expectations, we shall see, but with its current standing, won't be surprised if everything does work out all right. So chill out, relax, enjoy yourself, and, have fun, I guess. Right, so with that, thank you very much for watching. Catch you later, and just wait out until next rush store. And don't forget, keep an eye on the workshop, keep an eye on the workshop. There's plenty of interesting skins because, of course, we're fully well aware of when this first came out. But over the course of this weekend, we might see some other interesting clothing and armor skins that might compete for a spot for the next rush store. Keep an eye out, and, well, enjoy yourself. So with that, see ya. Goodbye.